Thinking of becoming an actor in Hollywood, aren't you? You want to move all the way to Hollywood, California. You want to go to auditions in Hollywood, in Los Angeles, Studio City, where I'm just leaving. Go to auditions there. What you're looking at is the most efficient transit system in the world. And part of why it's backed up is because nobody will freaking let you merge in or merge out. So you basically, it's hard to get in and out of traffic. That's why it's like a big clogged artery here. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you tips. You gotta get used to this traffic. You're probably gonna have to drive. I mean, if you wanna move here and get into acting, you can probably get by without driving. If you're located to one of the main transit lines and all that, and you don't mind doing extra work, you can probably just take that form of transportation and do extra work until you get discovered. And then once you get discovered and you get a bunch of money, then you can buy a car and start driving. But ideally, you probably want to have some money, 10, 20, 30, 40, $50,000 saved up just so you can get into acting here. You want to have that money saved up so you can rely on that. You're probably going to want medical insurance because someone's going to slam into you, or when somebody attacks you or whatever, you're going to get denied medical care if you don't have the right medical coverage. So you need to get medical coverage so when you get attacked, you can get seen by a doctor and get fixed up so you can get back out auditioning and looking for jobs again. So another thing is they can kind of tell when you arrive here in Tinseltown. They kind of know that you saved up, you know, especially if you're driving a nice car and you have out-of-state plates, which a lot of these people do. They know you saved up for years and you came here and you tried to come here and make it, like I'm giving you tips on how to do. And so they kind of size you up and they figure, well, you just got here, so you still have a lot of money in the bank. So at that point, they're really friendly to you. They'll invite you places and stuff. They might even offer you a place to stay. When you're into the money, all doors are open and all bets are on. The world's at your disposal. I mean, when you're into the money, you know, you're calling the shots, you're running the show. When you're into the money, you can pay for your auditions, you can pay for your headshots and all that stuff. And it's a much easier ride. Because they have a thing in Los Angeles. They used to have the casting couch. They still got that. If you're a hot female or a hot dude, there is casting couch available for you to try and screw your way up the tree to get into the business, to screw your way into films or suck your way into films or whatever. You know, that's always an option, and it's still here. But right now we're on the 101 and we're going into Hollywood out of Studio City. So we're actually not past Studio City yet. We're still going through it. We got Universal Studios coming up there. And people are honking because they're happy. We got the news truck right there. And so that's basically it, you know. So you come here with your nest egg, and you like I was saying about the casting couch and all that stuff, that's still available for men and women. But also they have the new, it's the financial couch. And I don't know, that's been going on for 10 or 15 years, but the casting directors, the greedy casting directors, aren't making enough of money from their full-time casting job. They got to double dip. And so what they're doing is they're charging people to go to auditions, basically. So it's pay for play. So if you have some of the extra money, that precious nest egg that you saved up that you want to blow on something ridiculous like becoming famous here, then you want to wisely spend that money on auditions. Definitely. You know, that's something that you want to do, is blow the money on auditions. And eventually, if you blow enough of money on enough auditions with enough of casting directors, eventually you're going to get lucky and you're going to book a job. They're going to put you on their show. And then they've interviewed these casting directors before, and they said that they have other auditions too, but they don't really take those people into consideration. It's just the people that go to the paid auditions that they consider. So you can buy your way in. Basically, it's illegal on the books. It's illegal with the union, far as I know. And they just still do it. They get around it and they still do it, and it's still being practiced. So you want to use that hard-earned money to buy your auditions and stuff. Hopefully you have some good headshots going and all that stuff before you get here in Tinseltown. You want to have your headshots ready if you can. If you have some friends before you get here, all the better if you can make friends before you arrive in Tinseltown. But sometimes that's kind of difficult long distance, because a lot of people don't want to make long distance friends with people they can't see face to face or they don't know. So if you got some friends here, that'll make life a lot easier. If you can get your all that stuff taken care of, your headshots and all that, I mean, you'll constantly be getting new ones all the time. But getting an agent, everybody's really, you know, they think this big magical agent's going to drop out of the sky and frickin' do everything for them, and it's gonna, that's like the magic bullet or the magical thing that's gonna make their career take off or whatever. And you know, most agents here are already booked. They already got all their clients. They got every description that they can ever meet, and they already have all the people they need, most of them. And they're not really, they don't want to meet somebody new. They really don't. And they have enough of everything. They have enough of famous comedians in their clientele. They have enough of people with certain looks in their clientele. And they have enough of famous people in their clientele already. They're not really looking for new people. That's the bottom line. You know, so you know, I wouldn't come here thinking that they're going to welcome you in and they're going to be looking for a new client. They call them clients. That's really not the case. I mean, if someone comes up to you and they say there's a casting director or whatever, or they're an agent, and you're like frickin' they're going to make things happen for you, they probably just want to extract money out of your pocket. And that's the thing, is when you come here, when you have the money, people are going to be nice to you, and as long as you have the money and they're slipping it out of your pocket, it's all good. You know, you're going to feel good about it, they're going to feel good about it, everybody's happy. It's when you start complaining that you don't want to pay for this or that, and you think this is too expensive or that's not right, then you start running into frictions, run into some difficulty. But when you have the open wallet and you're just blowing money, you're welcome. So basically, as far as classes go and all that stuff, you know, if you go to a school or whatever before you come, that's great and all that, but a lot of times they'll look on resumes and they'll see your school, and like if it's not an accredited school that they've heard of, they're probably not going to take it that seriously. And you're probably better off, really, honestly, you're better off taking classes down here. Because the odds are they've probably heard of the school. It's probably an accredited school that the casting directors, the directors, and the casting offices and the agents are kind of aware of. And also the other good thing about if you go to school down here is a lot of people, if you're really good or whatever, they'll scoop you up right out of school. So there is like headhunters or scouts that are in the schools, and if you're outstanding, you're really excelling something that they need, you know, they'll probably get a hold of you on it. So it's a good way to develop connections, and then plus you're with other students that are trying to get into it, and they will have friends that are doing student films, or they know people that are doing low budget movies and stuff that you can get into to get you started, to build up your portfolio and all that stuff if you don't already have one. So that's pretty much about it. Not really, but also you want to study the city. You'll end up getting a GPS. You'll have to have a GPS to find your way around, so you don't cause an accident or get in one trying to find some place. You'll get yourself a GPS, and also you just want to get a big map like a Thompson guide or something, and you want to study that before you come here, so you're familiar with the different areas of cities, so you have a general idea of where you're going on what freeway and so forth. You can go online and study maps and all that stuff, and then I guess the main thing is you don't want to be late to your auditions, all that different stuff for your jobs or whatever. You'll get canned. They're not really too compassionate or understanding in this business. Yeah, if you're late or pull a no-show, if they don't sue you, on top of that, you know, they're probably not going to put you in a position where you can cause any harm, where they can sue you. But if you get like a serious role and all that, and you don't show up or you do something else, they can basically sue you for all the time and money you wasted with the crew and the location and the other actors, and it's not a pretty picture. It's not something you want to do. And if you're just doing like extra work and you burn them a couple times, they'll blacklist you. I mean, they're looking for any excuse they can to get you back off the set, to get you back out of it, so you don't want to give them any opportunity at all on that. And so you familiarize yourself with the different areas. Good general idea. You have your health insurance and all that money. Also, the gas here is going to be more expensive. Probably most parts of the U.S. that you would come from to go here, you're probably going to be forking out $1 more a gallon here to live in sunny, smoggy paradise. So you're going to be paying more money, and also the rent's going to be higher. These are some of the highest rents in the U.S., so you're going to need extra money saved up for rent and all that stuff. Yeah, I probably don't have I'll do another one later. I don't have enough time to really go into too much more on this, but still on the 101. So you got to be ahead of time for your auditions and all that stuff. You want to leave an hour, 2 hours early. This is horrible. I'm driving 6 miles right now. I'm driving into Hollywood. Got some business to take care of there. Not a drug deal or anything like that. But it's gonna take me about 35 minutes or longer right now by looking at the way that the traffic map that I was looking at that told me an ETA estimated time. It's going to take me like 30 minutes to go 6 miles. So, you know, I could almost ride a bike quicker, a bicycle. Could almost walk. Not quite that fast, but still. There's our friendly helicopter, copter there. They basically look at the traffic, and when someone robs somebody and they set out on foot and they're trying to get away and all that, you'll see them circling in a tight pattern. They're trying to get the bad guy or, you know, some person or whatever, you know, so that's it. I'll probably do another one and you have to decide which is which.